Alright, today's video is about solving a sound problem that I'm having at the church. Right now I'm just getting the stuff together so I can do some tests of what my possible solution is going to be. And if my solution works, I'll be using this is what I'll be using at the church from now on. So let's see how this works. This is the Zoom H6, which is what I use to feed the sound from the soundboard into that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it from the line out and feed both cameras, because the problem I'm having now is that one camera is getting sound directly from the soundboard, and the other camera is getting sound out of the air, out of the atmosphere, and the sound of the church out of the atmosphere, it picks it up, but it's not good sound. It's not a good clean sound feed. So in order to take care of that problem, what we're doing now is not having the audio follow the video. In other words, audio follow video means when I switch cameras, you will get the audio from the camera I switch to. And in that case, when you switch to the camera that's not getting the sound from the soundboard, it doesn't sound good. So to take care of that problem, I've turned the audio follow video off and make it so that it will just keep the video that's coming in from the soundboard at all times. Now, this works well. It's not really a problem, except for the fact that I might as well just admit it. I set it up this past Sunday. I used the video, not the video, but I used the audio from the wrong camera. These are the types of things that happen when you're recording stuff. When you're recording stuff live. I did not realize it. It is a matter of just actually getting used to the setup. This is a fairly new setup that we're using, new software. We've only been using this setup. This is actually the third time we've used this setup. So it doesn't cause problems, but there's little things that you have to remember. Once you get into a routine, it will be easier to do it. And since most of the equipment is mine, actually, I'm not sure if this is in a picture, but I put a sticky note on my computer that I use for the streaming, the recording of the service, so that it can remind me to make sure I check the sound. And I have little things that I need to check from week to week, because this has to be set up every week. And so every time you unplug and plug things in, they don't necessarily end up where they were before. So what was camera 1 is now camera 2. And so when you pick camera 1, you're picking the wrong camera for the sound. So to avoid that problem, I'm going to see if I can just leave it on audio follows video and get a good clean sound feed into both cameras. The reason why I like to get the sound from the camera, pipe it straight into the camera, and get the sound and the video coming through the feed to the computer at the same time is because it avoids sync problems. The sound will get out of sync. If I plug the sound straight into the computer, which is possible, and take the sound separately from the video, a lot of times the sound comes through faster because it doesn't take as much processing power to process the sound. So it will come through faster and it will get out of sync, and it looks like one of the old, if you're too young, you might not know what I'm talking about, but it looks like the old martial arts movies where people talk, you see their mouth moving and the sound comes after their mouth moves. So that is a problem. It can be fixed in post-production, but when you record it in sync, that relieves a lot of stuff you have to do for post-production, and it allows us to get our video up online faster. It's less work, and you can actually fix the problem pretty much in production with a delay. If you put a delay on the audio so that it can match the video, which is, we have the ability to do that also, but then that's an extra step that you have to do in production. So the easiest way that I find is just to run the sound straight into the camera so the video and the audio can come out together. But that's just the way I choose to fix the problem. When I fix the problem that way, it gives me less to do in production, and it also gives me less to do in post-production. So to have it all synced up when it comes through, I think that's a better option than putting a delay on it or delaying the sound, excuse me, adjusting the sound after you do the recording. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to run sound to both cameras out of the Zoom, and I'm getting ready to test to see how it works now. Let's I'm having a problem. I've never had this problem before. I've adjusted the sound before, but for some reason, it's not working. So I'm looking in the manual to figure out what the sound, how to change the sound. Now, what the heck is going on now? Part of my problems that I was just having was me connecting to the wrong input. The mic input on this camera is up here. On this other camera, the mic input is over here, and that's the earphone. This camera is kind of backwards. That's the mic input, and this is the earphone in the back. So let's see if I'm getting a good, oh, there we go. So I ended up hooking up this, or this camera was feeding that camera. I don't know, but it's hooked up now and it seems to be working well. So let's see. I will be able to hook up. Oh, I gotta turn the cameras back on. But I will be able to hook up both cameras to sound so the audio follow video will work fine. And I got all the sounds set up. Sounds good coming through that camera. No peaking. Good quality. Now let's see this one. I got it coming through that one. Good sound, no peaking, good quality, and all of my sound levels are the same. So there's a negative 15 for the mic level and 16 on the earphone level. See, check this one. Negative 15 on the mic level. Alright, so that will probably work well. Negative 15 dBs on this. I watched a video recently and the guy said to start at negative 12. Negative 12 apparently works good for him, but he said to start there and see what works best for you. And for this camera, negative 15 for the mic level coming out of, with the audio coming out of the zoom, seems to work best. So I'm going to stick with negative 15 because that's what this kind of experimenting actually helped me to figure out. And this is what we do. We play around with things and figure out what's going to work. So hopefully when we get to where we need it, all the kinks are already worked out. But that's not necessarily true. Sometimes the kinks aren't actually worked out. And when you get to the actual site where you're doing your recording, there's still some adjustments you might have to make. So just be aware that even though you tested it out in the off-site location from where the recording is being done, doesn't mean it's going to work exactly the same way. However, even though things might be a little bit off, when you get there, at least you have a reference point, a starting point to start from and make things look, so it makes things a little bit easier if you have a reference point because you did something that you know works, and then you can start from there. You know it works, it's just a matter of tweaking levels, and that makes your life a whole lot easier. So that's it for this video for now. Sound is a really important thing. It's a really hard thing. It's something that frankly a lot of YouTubers don't actually talk about, or a lot of people trying to tell you how to stream your church services don't really talk about. They always talk about the video side, but I find that the video side, getting a good picture, is not the major problem with doing recordings for streaming. Your biggest problem is getting good sound and making sure that sound comes through clear, so that people, if they can't hear what they're watching, we're not accustomed to silent movies. So if we can't hear what we're watching, we're usually going to turn it off very quickly. So this is just a quick video to show what happens, how we, or what we did to figure out a solution for a problem that we were having with sound. And it's not really a problem that necessarily everybody's going to have, but it's a problem we had. This is the solution we came up that best fits what we do. Might not best fit what you do, but the point of this video is to show you that you just have to play around and figure out what works. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like this video. Thanks, bye.